In this video, we're going to continue our discussion of the static nature of an Aries Ascendant by combining the nature of Scorpio with the qualities of the 8th house. So once again, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to watch my video, and I have one little humble request, and that is that you subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, share it with others. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. I'm cool with that as well. Everybody has their own opinion. And if you have more that you'd like to know, then please check out my website here, danceofthecosmos.com, if you were interested in getting a reading from me, or if you're interested in getting some tutoring, some astrological tutoring. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and pull up this image here. And if you have more questions, if you want to see this, if you go to my website, if you go here to this card that you can click on in the upper right hand portion of your screen, what you can do is go to my website, and I have this whole thing written. Also, it's written out as like a paper, so you can read about all the houses for Scorpio Ascendant. You can read my write-up on everything as well. So now we're talking about Scorpio. We're talking about the 8th house. Well, something important to know about, we're talking about in the context of the Aries Ascendant. So what's important to know is that Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and Aries is also ruled by Mars. This is the feminine. Scorpio is the feminine sign of Mars. Aries is the masculine sign of Mars. And so there's going to be, it's like the other side of Mars is basically what Scorpio is, whereas Aries is the active side of Mars, which is about going out in the world and, you know, just being bold and courageous and doing new things and not being afraid to act. So the feminine side of Mars is what Scorpio represents, is being more protective, being more withdrawn, and being more hidden, and looking at what's deep and dark inside of ourselves, what's our deep nature, and really being aware of that and really trying to get connected to that. And you'll see that there's a lot of very similar things about the 8th house in Scorpio, especially because Scorpio is the natural 8th Rashi in the natural order of the zodiac. We're talking about the 8th house. So 8th house is a lot about like our longevity, which is not just like our everyday health, but the how long we're going to live for, which is a much deeper thing than just how do I have a cough, am I sneezing all the time, are my allergies blowing up. No, longevity is affected by serious chronic illnesses, or it's supported because we just have a naturally strong constitution. Because we have strong longevity, we're going to live a long time. We have strongevity, watch out, I just coined a term there. We have that long length of life, which is a strong 8th house can indicate. Also, it's also about the resources that we can get from other people, which a lot of times that is an emotional content. I mean, the resources we get from other people can be the wealth that they have, which can be like inheritances and things of that nature. But it's also the 2nd house from the 7th, which the resources we typically get from people are more of an emotional nature. So it's a lot about finding emotional security is what the 8th house is. Because the 8th house is opposite the 2nd house, which is about finding material security so we can live a prosperous life. The 8th house is about really bonding and connecting with other people and things. So that's the resource that we get from other people. And it's about things that are buried and hidden and deep. And so, and then when we look at Scorpio, you're going to see all these qualities are representative of Scorpio, because Scorpio is a water sign. It is about emotional security. So these are people that are, so what this is saying with the 8th house of Scorpio is these are people that are going to look deep inside. It's not going to be about like, how do I feel on the surface about this? Am I happy or am I sad? It's going to be like, no, do I really feel connected? And this is a very much a person that really wants to find a very deep connection with what it is, the other things in the world that they are like attracted to or going to be working with are going to be things that they really feel deep inside that is something that they want to connect to, that they're more, these people can experience a very deep sense of devotion to their partners and to the things that they get involved with in the world. And then also, these are the type of people that can be really always looking for deeper meaning behind the things that they're getting involved with. They want to know the deeper reasons, what's underneath the surface. And at the same time, these could be people that are a little bit more emotionally withdrawn also, because the thing is that Scorpio, when we start looking deep beneath, when we're trying to bond with other people, we can either be deeply devotional or we can be more closed off, which is why Moon is debilitated in the first 3 degrees of Scorpio, because Scorpio's that nature is to just be closed off and wanting to look in, and being reserved and protective, because that's what a Scorpion is, lives down in its hole. So that's kind of some of the ideas of the way that we can see that. We can see that this person's longevity is going to be related to, they're going to be interested in a lot of different things about longevity, a lot of different hidden esoteric things. This is the type of person that's going to be like, yeah, I just need to jog and lose weight. This is the type of person that might look at it and be like, well, I need to jog because if I jog, that means that I'll be increasing my metabolism. See, they're looking for a deeper meaning underneath of why they're wanting to connect with their longevity. And Scorpio is about, really, it's about our vulnerability. And that's what the 8th house represents also, is our vulnerability. Because that's where transformation comes from. Transformation comes from being vulnerable and open to something. Because vulnerability can be looked at as both a weakness and a strength. Vulnerability can be the way that we get destroyed, but the way that we get destroyed so that we can create something new. And so people in Scorpio can be and the 8th house has a lot to do with death as well. And so people with 8th house of Scorpio can be people that are all about the fears behind like their vulnerabilities, which is why they can be so protective. These are the type of people that can have a lot of fears and maybe even just ungrounded fears about death, ungrounded fears about connecting deeper with other people. It's because depending on other factors in the chart, they're either going to be easy to deeply connect or they're going to be more closed off and hidden from deeply connecting with that. These are because it'll make them very more protected. But anyhow, this is how we can start bringing together these qualities of Scorpio in the 8th house. And again, these videos are really just an exercise to stimulate our creative intelligence. This is as much about me learning more by explaining it to you, and you learning more by contemplating this in your own head as well. And if you contemplate the stuff, you come up with some stuff you'd like to add to this discussion, please add it to the comment section below. Please subscribe to my channel if you find this information valuable. And thank you for watching this video. And namaste.